audience who listens to this generally are public servants. And what I've heard from so many of them is somewhat of a push and pull. They are focused on the mission. They know they want to serve the people and get good things done, but they sometimes feel like if they focus on their own career, getting promotions, moving up the ranks, as you have to a CEO position, leadership position, they feel like, man, am I really focusing? Can I do both? Can I be focused on the people and the mission and be focused on myself and progressing in my career? How did you square that? Because I know you're very public service focused.
Well, I don't think the two things are at odds at all. You know, as you're learning and growing in your own profession, that enables you, if you want to advance, right? I mean, not everybody necessarily wants that, but let's say you do, then improving yourself in turn translates into improving your organization. So I think that these two things are tremendously intertwined. And then there's there's the personal piece too. So right out of high school, I started working. I had a little bit of taste of government in high school. I was an intern for Maryland 6th District congressman. So in my junior year, this was in Frederick, Maryland. I wasn't even driving then, and my mother would drop me off in downtown Frederick, and I'd get in the car because he lived in Maryland, right? So he didn't live in another. It was drivable, right? So he didn't have, like a lot of these folks do, they have apartments or condos in DC. He didn't have that dynamic. It was a car ride. And so I had a little bit of taste of it early on, but I always respected public service. But in high school, I didn't go right into college like so many people did. I did all of my school at night. And this was a personal goal of mine that became more and more important to me as I got older. And, I think people have family dynamics too. I wanted to make sure I was able to be a good dad and, bring money to the table at home. So now, frankly, there's another dynamic. I don't want to go too far sideways here, but the nonprofit world is not the same kind of pay, if you will, as the for-profit world. So there was a point in my career early on where I had to make a decision. Does the nonprofit world and those attributes I mentioned earlier, does that feel right? Is that the right path? Or am I just about money? And there's nothing wrong with money. Please don't misunderstand. If I'm more focused on money, I would have picked the corporate insurance world. But that didn't fit with me personally. And I think people have to make these decisions for themselves. So for me, it was, I wanted to continue school. I did all my school at night. And then the for-profit versus nonprofit path. And I made a decision early on. And honestly, I made the absolute right decision. I love the nonprofit mindset. It's got a service mentality. In the case of the federal employees, it's like two service mentalities, because our members are civilian feds. They're serving the nation, and we're serving them. It's a real honor and a privilege, honestly.
Again, thank you for saying that. I always appreciate anyone and everyone who gives props and kudos to our federal, state, local, any public servant, because they are doing a huge benefit to our country and the world in reality. So thank you for that. Hello, everyone. This is Alex Tremble from GPS Leadership Solutions. And if you found this last interview to be awesome, spectacular, and actually you benefited from it, let me tell you, this is only the tip of the iceberg. Visit thealextrembleshow.com, information below in the description, And that's where you'll find the full uninterrupted interview. And I'm telling you, there's so much great content you'll hear from this past leader, as well as all the other leaders we've already interviewed. So remember, don't just look back, reach back. If there's someone who you think will benefit from this interview or any of the other interviews, make sure you share it with them. Click the like, click the subscribe. And as I always like to end all my sessions, stay strong, stay positive, and definitely stay moving.